welcome to another episode of the Element Podcast, and we do it all for the love of hip hop. So if you are part of the hip hop fraternity, then I am here for you. All you have to do is like, subscribe, share, and follow on all social media platforms. We are at the Element SA, and you can find me on at Queen Azizzar. It's so tricky when you have people that you know in real life on this couch, because you don't know how informal should you be, how formal should you be, how professional should you be. So I'm going to try to do this intro in the best way possible, because this person is very, very special. So my guest today is the ultimate personification of cool. He's also an A+ student of the game, my dog. He's a big believer in collaboration, but don't get it twisted. He can stand on his own 2 feet and hold it down. He also isn't afraid of change. He adapts to it like water to a duck's back. Evidence because we used to know him as PJ. Now, if you're in a certain tribe, you also know him as Mr. Cool, but all of you can call him Jody.
Whoa,
Welcome to the Element.
Whoa. Yikes.
You did it.
That was fly.
I got it right.
That was fly. Thank you. That
What
was fly.
up?
What up?
How are you?
Thank you for the beautiful intro.
Always. It was very easy to do.
Because you had to apply yourself. You had to think.
did.
You had to. So I really appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I couldn't just be like, Matakote.
And it's not enough. They need to know what's going on. They need to know, you know? So thank you. I appreciate that intro very
Thank you
much.
for being here. How you been? You have been like meant to be here for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm one of the people that was like, yo, go do that thing.
I got something for you later.
Yeah, go do that thing.
You're not
So-
aware, but I got something for you later
Yeah.
on that.
Okay.
So we're gonna get to that, and
Okay.
you'll get to say what you gotta say.
Yeah.
But for now, it's all about you. How you been? How's 2025 been holding you down?
Yeah. I got married to the love of my life, to my soulmate, to my twin flame, to my everything. You know, beautiful, beautiful moment. Sometimes I even dream about it. I'm not gonna lie. You know, it's because I'm processing it still. I think it has been on my mind for a long time. You know, and you know, as a man, you want to do things a certain way and whatnot, but it gets to a point where it's like, no, it's just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. It's just jump in there, because now it's gonna turn into excuses. So yeah, man. I put a ring on my finger and her finger, and you know, Lord of the Rings right now. So
Lord of the Rings.
yeah, it's the best thing this year, definitely.
Yeah.
That I've done. You know, best is top.
Have you
Top 2, not 2.
have you felt any differently as a husband?
Yes.
How
yes. It's just an elevation. You know, even with her, it's like I love her more now. I don't know. It's like I'm on a Love Platinum package or something, you know? I was probably on gold over there or something. I don't know. But now it's like so elevated, because it's the realization of, I am choosing this person. I am choosing to live the rest of my life in this simulation with her. And so, yeah, it's great. I feel elevated. I don't want to lie. Like, listen, Riti Saga Gasukra sometimes, so I gotta say.
Yeah, when I listen
So
to
get a heal, you know what I mean? So I'm very proud of myself, and I think that's the best thing this year.
Hey, shout out
Definitely.
to Mematawo.
Yes, that's right. Get
You know
it
we
right.
love you. Okay, so talk to me then about Cool Blak. You touched on it just now.
Yeah.
But where did it all begin? Because it's not just a business move. It's not just 2 incredible artists in the hip hop space coming together. At face value, somebody could think that, but you and Liz have a genuine friendship and brotherhood.
Yeah.
But when did you guys decide to take it up a notch and not just be brothers, but also then work together and create this movement?
So around, I'm forgetting the year.
It's been a long year already.
It's been a long year already, but I'm forgetting the year specifically. But it started off with us wanting to collab with the creation of Rap Battle Association.
I think you're looking 20
2022, 2023.
22,
Yes,
23.
yes. It started with that. You know, it was a thing where I was speaking to little bro, and I was like, "Yo, listen, we should really do this thing because we were having back and forth conversations about how we should actually, create our own league and stuff." And then it got to a point where I was like, "Yo, we're not gonna be able to do this on our own. We're gonna need some help for this." And I think I know the right people or the right person at that time. So I was, I reached out to Les. Les essentially reached out to 30, and it was like, okay, cool, let's see how we can do this. And yeah, but from there, him and I were communicating more. There was just more ideas to explore and just more things to explore business-wise as well, not just the music. Because I think Mizi said this to him one time. He's like, collaboration also in this industry should be more than just music. You know what I mean? And when it's more than that, then those are the real goals. Those are the things to build and to really pay attention to, because that's legacy. That's beyond if, people say, we don't care about your music anymore, So you gotta have that plan, after this,
Then
what do you
what?
have? Then
Yeah.
what? Because you know how this is. It's very fickle. And, especially now, it's just so quick. There's just 500 more new people that you try to compete with. And you know what I mean? So it's carving a lane, right? That him and I really agree on, which is this adult contemporary hip hop thing. That's the music wise, but more so with the business. How do we expand ourselves individually and also, as
The collective.
as a collective, how do we do this? But yeah, so that's what it is. That's how it started, and that's where we are. That's what it is.
How does he make you better? And when he comes here, I'm gonna ask him the same thing about you. But how does he make you better?
A really important thing for people in this industry, particularly, I think, is to not have yes men around you.
Yeah, unless it's not that.
Yeah, and he's the total opposite of that. You need to be challenged to grow. If you're not challenged, you're not gonna grow. You're just gonna be very stagnant. You're gonna be stuck. It's gonna be arrested development.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to develop beyond what you are at that time, where you think it's the glory time. You know what I mean? So you'll be stuck in your ways, and that's not what you want. So in order to grow, you need to be challenged. So we challenge each other like that. We keep it 100. It's the same thing with me and TK. That's why we're able to have such a real, proper friendship, brotherhood.
Yeah.
After all this time, because it was never a passive aggressiveness thing where I feel something, I should be telling you, but I'm tiptoeing around it, or I'm just So it's real friendships, and people in this thing, in this Gollywood thing, they don't have that. Yeah. They don't have that. They don't have that. It's always a little, because there's always a transaction that they're thinking about.
Right.
So it's never a real thing. So when you find such a thing with anybody in Gollywood, then it's a blessing. So that's how I've been able to get better at my business, or whatever. So yeah.
I mean, practically, what is Cool and Blak? Some of us
Yeah.
know one part because we lose voices
Yeah.
all the time and sleep and a lot of things. But what is Cool and Blak? Especially because we started to see like Cool and Blak water as well.
Yes.
So it's not just about the event.
Yeah. It's that's why we use words like tribe, is to create a community that is forgotten now, you know what I mean? Because right now in SA, and this happens every time, as a nation, if something is hot, we focus on that one thing for a certain time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Until it's saturated, and then we get fatigued, and then we get to the next thing. So because of that, there hasn't been spaces for hip hop lovers, in the country that much. It's always, maybe they give us an hour at these public places of hip hop.
Piano for the rest
Yeah,
of
and
the
then
night.
for the rest of the night is piano. But also, I don't even go out like that. But still, these spaces that we go to, it's like they cater for that more. So we just thought we should, create something that will cater for people like us, and still feel like, yes, this is relevant to me. This hasn't changed. This has always been the thing, but it has now transformed into creating a space for networking. The first thing we did was the Cool and Blak brunch, right? And people have also started relationships from that as well. You know what I mean? So it's that essentially. It's a community where we can just build an ecosystem, like where
True.
and it purely and it's intentional and it's straightforward. There's no, you know, funny business. It's just real. It's like, hey, I do this, you do this. Do you think we'd be able to collaborate?
Very
or
true,
whatever,
because it's happened to me so many times that people are like, I've been trying to get in touch with you.
Exactly.
And I was like, I'm always here.
Yeah, exactly. So that's number one. But more so also the music, the experience of, listening to your favorite music in a public place with other people that might also like the song.
And it's very safe.
It's safe.
Yeah, you don't feel like
No.
you need to behave in a particular kind of
No.
way because you're a particular kind of person.
Yeah.
You're not worried about anybody taking any weird kind of snaps or videos or any
Yeah.
kind of weird narrative. It's generally and genuinely one of the most safest spaces that you can be in.
Yeah, because, to be honest, I'm not even a commercial artist anyway. I'm just an underground guy that dabbled there in the commercial space at some point, But for real, but Fandi One, I'm just an underground artist and I love alternative stuff, because that's where people actually choose you. There's no casuals there.
Got you.
Yeah, so when somebody says, I like Jody's music, no account on Twitter or on TikTok told them to do that.
Right.
They chose me. They found me. It's the people that still have consumer backbone,
Right.
where they can actually search for music or search for artists and find you. It's a special type of thing. That's the experience that, we also want to share, where you can find certain artists when you come through to Cool and Blak. You know what I mean? So it's that. It's just an alternative, thing that's happening because that's happening over there, and we're just the other guys that are doing the other thing over there.
Yeah, but you pull in some nice names also.
Absolutely. And to be honest with
the
you,
coolest people.
yeah, it's people that we really respect, love, and think are dope. And it's not I don't have a word for it, but it's genuine, I know that's like genuine, but it is. It is genuine.
Yeah.
It is that. We want those people to be there. We want the people that come to Cool and Blak to experience those artists how we experience them. Or we want them to, to see that, this is where it's at. These people that we bring to Cool and Blak really take the art seriously. They love this thing and they want to share it a certain way. And this is that space. You know what I mean? So
I love that. So I love seeing the way that it's evolving. Started off with a brunch, then became an event. It's daytime into nighttime. And then now you've dropped gemstones.
yes.
And I'm always in your guys' face like, give me an album, give me a date. What are we doing?
Yeah, what's going on?
And we've got water now.
Yes.
My spidey senses are saying we're gonna have merch. I'm putting it into the universe. I'm hoping.
Okay.
It's not something that he said to me. It's not something anybody said to me.
Okay.
This is what I want.
Yeah.
I want merch. I want Cool and Blak hoodies. I want Cool and Blak mugs and bucket hats
Come on.
and caps
Come on.
and coasters.
Yeah.
But also because I know you're not going to tell me anything until you're ready to tell me
Yes.
anything.
I'm glad you know that part. But yes, the water, we've been kind of like Jimmy Iving it, in a sense that we're putting it where it's supposed to be so people can see it. So by the time, you open your eyes, now it's in the stores and everything. And you're like, I've seen this everywhere. I have to, you know what I mean? So yeah, but that's definitely something that I'm very excited about until we make an official launch. Nice. But yeah, the product game, man, I think that's where it's at. I'm exploring that as well because when you sell music, it's intangible.
Right.
It's a different type of thing to sell.
Right.
But when you sell products, it's a different ball game as well.
100%.
And so yeah, man. product game. Let's see where it takes
like
us.
that.
Let's see where it takes me as well.
Right.
When I do my individual things from 2026 going forward.
Catch the nuggets. Okay? Catch the nuggets.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Jay will tell you some things without telling you some things.
Yeah,
Catch
it's a
the
teaser or a
nuggets.
trailer, you know? That's it.
Okay, so then we get into collaborations that you're working on.
Yeah.
Right? Tell me what you can tell me.
Yeah. No,
about
I'm
the
willing to
collabs.
share on that.
Okay, cool.
The collabs, the collaborative things that I'm doing this year is with Manuel Star.
Yes.
We're actually working on a project together, something, concise, something straightforward, something musical, because him and I really like connect on how music should be made,
Also,
Yeah,
on that,
yeah.
the thing with you and Manu, you're actually quite similar because Manu can rap his ass off.
Yeah.
And then he can also sing and be like
Yeah.
melodic, and you are the same.
And he went the melodic way, like fully.
Full on.
Yeah, fully. And I
Yeah.
get it because that's where it's at, Not to be honest, if I could really sing, I wouldn't be rapping. Yeah.
Oh, my heart.
No, for real. I wouldn't be rapping. I'm just being honest. I wouldn't be rapping. I would be out there Chris Browning or ushering there.
Okay, so it's a wrap on the interview. Because what we
No,
doing?
but thing is, I love rap more. It's just it got me. So that's
Good.
it's me. I can't, So that's just like a fantasy. Let me say it like that. It's a little bit of a fantasy, but rap is exactly who I am.
Yeah.
It's my genetic makeup. It's you know what I mean. But yeah, Manuel Star. That's how we connect. The music. We have a certain approach to it, and which connects us for this project, which is titled "The People Are Burning."
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. The people are
More
burning.
words, more words.
So, and then I have some works that I'm doing with Nyota Parker. We've dropped a couple of tracks as well together and
Yes.
stuff. So yeah, that's also she's very like I just see a pure artist in her, and so that interests me so much. She's really pure about what she wants to do, how she wants to do it and stuff. And also the type of music that we like. We like similar types of music. And yeah, so I'm working on that as well. So Confused Admiration is the title, on that one.
Okay.
And and then lastly, the collaboration that I'm doing again is with Blaklez, of course, which is the whole Cool Blak thing. So yeah, this year I just dedicated to features, collaborative works. But 2026, I think from after the first 2 quarters, it's back to me going forward.
Are we going to get something?
Yeah, I think I need to. It's just that also I'm at the point where I'm like, I dropped a very fire album,
And we're going to unpack it.
Sit with that. Yeah,
By the way.
sit with that until I come with a sophomore, Yeah, sit with that because I really put in everything on that album. And so there's people, and shout out to the people that are hearing it for what it is. I've been seeing, some people discovering it now. So shout out to them because that album really is, I put everything in there. That's why I was like, I can't drop another album right now.
Right.
Let me go. And I do have it, by the way. I do have another album. I just need to do some touch-ups.
I mean, I know where
whatnot.
your studio is. Where I got time.
Yeah.
I got time anytime.
Yeah. No, I got the album. I want you to hear it. Yeah.
Yes.
I do actually. You should come to the house and you should hear it actually.
I got an invite.
So definitely I have that one. I think I'm just gonna touch a few things up and change a few things, let go of some things, include some things. I also want to do another Sunset Stories with Sunday. So I have plans.
I like what I'm
I have
hearing.
plans. I'm a prudent thinker, so I'm there in 2028.
Yo, really?
Yeah.
Give us a chance. We're still trying
No,
to.
it's just theories.
We're still licking the wounds of
It's
2025.
just theories and an ugly handwriting on a paper. It hasn't come to life yet, but it's there and I see it and I'm like, okay.
All right, so I think now is the perfect time to segue to Shine O'Clock.
Yeah.
I don't know if you thought you were going to come here.
Shine O'Clock hoodies available.
Up next.
Shameless plug.
On Shine
Yes,
O'Clock.
on Mercha. You find them there.
I gotta
Thank you
tell
very
you,
much.
okay? It says J Jody over
Come
here.
on, talk to these
It's got
people.
some track listing things at the back.
Bam.
It's warm.
Nice and simple.
I was
warm.
actually telling him, I was like, when I was holding it, I didn't think
Yeah.
that it was so warm. Then I put it on and I was like, oh.
I'm glad. Shout out Mercha for that one. Yeah.
Oh,
you
and
gotta
they're
keep the
really, really
quality
good.
up. Yeah.
They don't take time. There's
Yeah.
no funny delay.
No.
Yeah.
they're on the P's and
Clock
Q's.
broke down. No. If they say within 5 to 7 or 5 to 10 working days, you will get it.
Yeah.
So make sure that you do get it. I think it's quite nice.
Yes, and thank you for your support for that.
So, always
Yes.
Shine O'Clock.
Yeah, one of the greatest albums to ever be released
Talk
in South
about it.
Africa, hip hop.
Talk about it. Talk about it. 17 tracks.
Yes, ma'am. 17 tracks, and are you aware why 17?
I don't know why 17. You tell me why 17.
I was born on the 1st of July.
1-7. So that was very intentional.
Yeah, because I could have put in more. I was like,
More?
"No." Yeah, I had more tracks actually. I had to put them out. Also, some of them didn't feel right anymore.
I see.
But but as soon as I saw that 17, I'm like, yeah, yes, yes. I just like to be aligned, you know?
Yeah, I know how your brain
Yeah.
works sometimes. If anybody's like ever caught any one of my interviews with you before, I always used to be like, I feel like in a previous life we were like siblings
Nah,
or
for real.
or cousins or
For real. Because what the hell,
something.
you know?
And I think also because it was so strange, you know, before I met you, you kind of see how somebody's moving on social media. You feel like you have a sense of them, and then you meet in person. And I remember with you and I, off the bat, there was like, just energy-wise, it was like, I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Jody has walked into the room and, you know? And it was so strange because I couldn't understand why. I remember saying to you, I was like, this is a bit weird. And you're like, yeah, but it's okay, right? I'm like, yeah, it's cool. But it took me a while to be like, oh, it really is okay. It really is cool.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, especially in this industry, you kind of wait for the other shoe to drop or for the switch up to happen. And that didn't happen.
Yep.
So I get how your brain works sometimes and like the little detail, also the water sign thing.
Yeah.
Those
Those things, yeah, it's a lot.
So,
but
I really want us to get into Shine O'Clock. Firstly, this typeface. Talk to me about it, because I know that's not by accident.
Yeah.
And it's giving movie.
Yeah.
It's a typeface. I just couldn't find the exact film, but I see it in my brain.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Yeah, that's the answer's in the question actually.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. I'm so influenced by film. So I wanted it to feel like that as well, because I do say a limited audio series, right? So yeah, I think it's just the movie thing that I'm so into. You know, I wanted to have like a little font thing and I saw that's like, you know, movie style, and one day it'll just be that thing where if you use it, it's like, oh, wait a minute, that's the Shine O'Clock font,
Right.
or stuff like that, you know. But yeah, that's what it is. Movies. That was the influence for how this is supposed to be and why it's like this.
And then it's this, but the rest of the cover is dark. It's not all black, but you're wearing black. And it's dark with this brightness. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, there we go. We inside now.
We in.
Now we're inside. So, it's just simple symbolism of just where I was trying to come out of. Like, I'm just trying to come out of, you know, like a dark space or whatever, you know. But at the same time, there's things that I want. It's just it's very
Juxtaposition.
yeah, but
Duality.
So it's that, you know, it's the duality, you know. That's why also there's another character in a way in the videos where it's the jean jacket with my face at the back and whatnot. That represents me earlier, you know, with what I thought what Gollywood is, with what I thought what I want from Gollywood. You know, I thought I'm gonna be this, you know, big star. I was young, you know. I had these ideas. I thought it was real. I thought Gollywood is, yeah, it's
It's
that.
life.
If you succeed at a certain thing, that's how it is, and you know what I mean. And then you see, oh no, it's just no. Some things are made up, and it's business, and you know. So I had to grow up from that and see, oh, this is what it is. And once you're in it, now it's like also you're zooming out. Now you see the whole picture.
Right.
You're like, oh snap, this is what it is.
Yeah.
This is hectic.
Tell me about that disillusionment, though. It must have been quite jarring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. It was, but also very. It's good. It's
You
good.
think?
Yes.
I don't know if I would
Nothing.
say all that.
Listen. I've come to the point where I don't think things happen to me; they happen for me. I used to think that, but that what it does, it just puts you in a victim state of mind. So I had to get out of that. Like, why is this happening to me? Things are happening for me. I'm seeing things because this is what I need to know right now. You know, this is happening to me because I need to have experience of this thing right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? By the time I get to the next level, I've learned so much because I've taken it from you know, glass half full more than half empty type
Right.
of view. So you can't progress if you don't experience certain things, and it's not all gonna be good.
Yeah.
So it's important for me to just Vela, the illusion had to be broken. Like, okay, this is not a game.
Yeah.
This is real. Yeah. So
Crazy. So tell me, where does the love for film, movies, television come from? And I also ask that because of the way you open
yeah.
Shine O'Clock.
Yeah.
Next up on Shine
Shine
O'Clock.
o'clock. Yeah. TV, movies, that's all I was growing up on. You know, I was just a introverted kid. So all I had was the box that showed me these worlds, you know, and I'm like, oh, this is fly, you know. I wonder if I could be part of this beautiful stuff, you know, these fantastical worlds or
Yeah.
whatever, you know. It just felt like it felt freeing. It felt like flying. And so, yeah, but my my late father was deeply into film and just television and music. I think he was supposed to be an artist of some sort. I don't know. He did say though he directed like a play in school back in high school, whatever. I don't know how true that is, but maybe he did, and maybe it was dope, and maybe it didn't suck. But you know, I think that's yeah. He passed that down to me,
I
and
think so.
yeah.
I even on Shine O'Clock, I think it's on Destiny, where you speak about your similarities
Yeah.
with him that you're realizing now as
Yeah.
you're getting older,
Yeah.
and how you have his name, and now you're starting to realize certain things.
At the end of the day, I'm my father's son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Growing up, obviously, you know, it's especially in a home situation like mine, it's like a, you
Push
know,
and pull.
yeah, you know, and you're on your mom's side, you're on your dad's side, you're on your, you know, you don't know what to do, you know, you're just a child,
Yeah.
and you're trying to you just want peace, you know. But at some point, you spend more time with the one parent, and then now you start taking that side. You know, you're a young boy, and you're like, yeah, this is a villain. Yeah, this is a villain. And then you grow up, you're like, oh, he's just a guy trying to figure it out.
So
You
having
know,
said
his
that,
own way or whatever. So
having said that, two things.
Yeah.
Just because you've already spoken about your pops, I was going to ask you about him later. But two things. In what ways, now that you're getting older, you yourself are a dad now.
yeah.
In what ways do you find you are most like him? And then the other thing is, what is the greatest thing that you learned from him, either be it something he said or the way that he moved that you still carry with you now?
That's a fire question because I think I'm like him in so many ways, right? But there's a song called Free that you should check out from Revenge is Sweet. Yeah. I say something there, but I'm just gonna, you know, paraphrase whatever. I had to, so I saw everything, right? And I know the things that I'm, you know, I'm like him, You know, I know those things would get a thing, but at the same time, those things that I didn't like, those are the ones that I keep fighting every day. And this thing doesn't just happen. You wake up every day to discipline yourself to be
Right.
on point. You know what I mean? It's an everyday thing. But yeah, those are the things that I'm like, nah, I don't want this. I want this because this is when he was shining. This is what I wanted more from him. So I will do it. You know what I mean? He was very socially. He was really like, you know, he could do that thing. Like there was always people at the house. He's always the one throwing a thing. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he's up because music is loud. You know, so there's some of those things that I've taken. You know, and he was also he was very expressive. He didn't hold things in. He used to express himself like, yo, I
Right.
feel like this right now, or this is what I think of you,
Of you
or
or
this
of
is
this.
of this, or da da da, and in a proper way, and very encouraging as well, very positive. You know, my mom was the one that said, we're not on your music is slow man, you know. But my pops was like,
Bo
look,
mama
man.
yellow, man.
Yeah, no, she's not doing that thing. She's not doing that thing. Where is the money? Job, get money, get paid, live, die. That's We're not doing all these extra stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so, but my pops was more free in that sense. Like, look, man, you do this thing one time. So if you think this is what you need to do, do it. But you have to be serious and you have to see it all the way through. You know? So yeah. I think
like
those are the things that I took from him. There's
Yeah.
the positive stuff and then the negative stuff, you know, because kila utile na, some of them, you know, can pull up on me, but I have to fight.
Yeah.
I have to be like, nah, I'm not going that
see
route.
you.
You
I
know what I
know
mean?
what you
I know what you are. I saw this.
are.
I saw this, man. So I cut it off and I fight. And I pray, man. I pray. And that's why most things get revealed to me sometimes, you know, because I ask God to reveal people and things and situations to me. You know? So,
Worst prayer ever.
Yeah, so
because you gotta be ready.
because you gotta be ready. But I'm ready. I'm never shy for confrontational things. You know, I used to be very scaredy as a child. You know, but it got to a point that I was like, nah, actually, f that, f that. I'll fight all of you if that's what it takes.
if need be.
Yeah, and we'll see who dies, but it won't be me.
It won't be me.
Yeah.
You're such a water sign. That's how we roll
So,
out
you know,
here. Think you're playing.
Yeah.
When the riptide just comes and gets you.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man, because, you know, it gets to a point.
I got you.
Yeah, it gets to a point.
All right. So on Shine.
Yeah.
We're going through the album, by the way, just in
Yes,
case you didn't know. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, nah, I'm there with you.
There's a lot. Okay, so a couple of quotables for me. This is on Shine, track 2. I don't cry, I just try. It could be worse when I'm still alive. You talk about being finally off the bench and having your mojo back. Flowers for my pops on my mom's old dresser. My pop's successor. We've already spoken about pops, so we're not going to redo that. But when did you feel like you lost your mojo? Or when did you feel like you were bench surfing?
It was post Benchmark
Yeah.
second album. You know, things just changed at that point, and I think everything was changing, and we also had to. And shout out to TK because he was also aware that something is changing, you know, and we need to be aware of it, and we need to also, you know, be
Adjust.
active and adjust and say, yo, this is happening, you know. For example, we dropped an EP, Aspen 2, right? And we had all these interesting features, pretty uglies on there, I think. You know, we have even Tebe do like a trap song. And the late DJ somebody's on it. So it was just, you know, we would, you know, it was supposed to be the thing that solidifies
Got you,
the
yeah.
Benchmark brand
Yeah.
and everything that we stand for and whatever. Because my goal or dream for Benchmark was for us to be like the outcast of SA. You know, like Big Boy and Three Stacks. But it you know, Yeah, but I think to some people, we might be that. We might be something like that for them. But I just feel like there was more to be done. I don't think we had really accomplished the mission like that or whatever. But yeah, man, it was that. And then we dropped the Power Trip album. But things were just not moving the way they should move. It was so many things changing and we had to adjust. And that's when I felt, something is going on. But then 2019 is the year that was really crazy for me. I'm not gonna go into detail, but it was the lowest year for me. The lowest year. I experienced so much mentally, physically. It was just a lot. Like, it was bad. It was bad where sometimes I was even having panic attacks.
Yeah, when your body starts to get involved, then you know it's bad.
Yeah, because already I'm thinking too much. Already I'm an overthinker. So at that
Yes.
time, when you are experiencing such a dark patch, it becomes worse because now all the thoughts are coming in together. The negative ones are so heightened, the positive ones sound like lies at
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah.
So it was very bad. And then the next day I lose my father. So it's like, come on, man.
It's like, God.
Give me a break, dog, But also, it's another thing of it's not happening to me, it's happening for me.
How do you get out of that? How do you get out of that tough time, that mindset where really at that point in time it sounds like giving up could have been so much easier. You call it a day, you go get a job at a bank, you
Yeah.
keep it pushing.
Yeah.
And or you do nothing
Yeah.
because of grief also. Grief
Yeah.
will make you want to do nothing
But
and
that
be
scares me.
comfortable with it.
Yeah. But that scares me. See, I'm so afraid of that.
It's possible.
Yeah. But I'm afraid of that. Doing nothing.
It's good then.
Yeah. It
Good that you're
scares me.
afraid of it.
Yeah, it scares me. It makes me feel like I will not achieve the things that I'm supposed to achieve. So it really scares me. So I
Yeah.
couldn't not do something, and I couldn't do anything. That's when I felt, oh yeah, this is how I die. God damn.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I go to really dark places, but I was
Plot
like, oh
twist.
yeah, this is how I die. Yeah, you know, but there's just something in me that refuses that, So how I got out of it, I think there was a whole lot of denial, a whole lot of pity party. I attended myself. Yeah, pity party.
Hey, that one man pity party
Yeah,
is
it's crazy.
fresh
It's
sometimes.
crazy.
You feel good in the moment.
And then it was acceptance. And then it was face yourself.
that is the toughest thing ever.
Yeah, so that was the part. So that was the part. Because you must understand, ne? I'm coming in. I'm a late bloomer in life. Like, things happen for me like after, sabak or whatever. But 25 years old, I'm just now moving, out of my mother's house. I'm going to try life out there in Hollywood. I'm with my homie. We're in Melville, experiencing buying your own bed for the first time, all those things. And you just, and there's money, so it's new money, or whatever. But it's, I had to go through that.
Yeah.
And when I look back now, it was very necessary that I
Yeah.
go through 2019 and 2020. But 2020 was not so horrible, but it was really messed up because it was like this, But losing my pops that year was just it was like, man, nah. Because to me, I thought he was immortal or something. He was just too cool to.
I think that's
Go.
the thing about our parents. And it's also the tough thing about growing up.
Yeah.
Right? Because there are these people that have always been there. So you don't know life without them.
Yes.
So you don't even think to try to picture life without them. So you are wholly unprepared.
Yeah.
Wholly unprepared. And it's not like Mudimo comes down and says, you got 2 weeks, wrap this up. You got 2 weeks with this person and then that's it. You literally, one day they're here, one day they're not, or one moment they're here, one moment they're not. So
Yeah.
it'll change you. It'll be crazy. You don't know how to navigate from there. You don't know who you are
Yeah.
sometimes. Because a lot of times people say, who are you? What are you? I'm a daughter. I'm a this.
Yes.
It's usually starts with family. So when
roots.
that anchor, I mean, you're still a son, but it's different if it's like, well, I'm a son, but like my pops.
Mm-hmm.
Now it comes with other caveats and explanations. So that's a different way
Yeah.
to live, and you are never, ever prepared. Ever.
You mustn't be prepared, actually, when I look at it, because I always say, oh, my life's like a movie or whatever, but for real, I look at life like that, and this is character development.
I'm tired of character
I
development.
can, well,
No,
well,
I'm developed.
yeah.
I'm developed.
And you know what?
Give me a new story.
And you know what? That's why you see earlier on.
Yes.
I was like, no, not actually, I can't available.
Good
Right
feeler,
now.
man.
Yeah, it's that. But if I really do look at my life like a movie, all these things are supposed to happen because it's building me for a very dope character arc before the credits roll. So that's just how I view it. Yeah,
Okay, so then made it anyway.
I love that song. I love that song.
I like how it makes me feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad.
I like how it makes me feel.
That
Yeah.
is what I was trying to do. Wait a minute.
How does it make me feel?
Yeah. let me first ask that question.
Because you're in my brain.
Yes, I know what you're gonna say, but
Because it makes me feel good. It makes me
Yeah.
feel hopeful. It makes me feel like the negative is temporary. But when you're in the
is.
negative, you don't feel like it's temporary, especially if it's an extended period of
time.
negative,
Yes.
right? You can have a bad day in a
Yeah.
week. You're not really going to be too stressed about it because the rest of your week is great.
Yes.
But if you have a bad season, that's something else. And somewhere along the way, your hope starts to wane and diminish. For some people, it goes away completely. Lucky for me and some other people like me, that's not the case. But it just makes me remember that whatever negative is happening, whatever thing that's happening that doesn't feel dope, it's temporary. It's going to change. You're going to be fine.
Yep.
It's going to be all right. That's how it makes me feel.
That's exactly what I wanted to do with that song.
Yeah.
I've been doing that since Benchmark days.
Yeah.
Our whole album is titled We Had Hope.
Yeah.
And that's what human beings really need.
Yeah.
Especially in a time like this. You need a teaspoon of hope.
Yes.
And that could go a long way because it can get really hopeless, especially now, there's so much pressure from all angles. There's so much noise. You know what I mean? There's just too much happening, right? You can't even stop. And you want to stop and say, shut up. Everybody shut up.
Oh my God, I want to tell people to shut up every day. All the time.
You want to say, shut up. Guys, where
And
you going?
Cody, man.
Yeah, where you going? Why we at that? Can everybody just stop right now, bruh? What are we doing, man? Chill, B.
What is this?
What is this?
That's real. That's
We look
facts.
like ants, guys.
We're just all over
We're
the
all
place.
doing this. We look like ants, my G. Chill. What are we doing?
Yes.
And then what? Shut up. I'm chasing this. Okay, you chase it, achieve it. And then what? When you get what you want, what do you want? When you finally get what you want.
Then what do you want?
You know what I mean? It's like there's so much going on, man. But so we need hope. We need hope for the next day to wake up and say, okay, sharp. Yeah, that thing that I like, or that thing that I love, or that thing that I keep dreaming about. Let's go.
Yeah.
And so that's what it's saying. And I believe, Hore, that's like I told you, it's movie stuff, It's movie stuff to me. It's a character arc. It's character development. But you are going to win, bruh. And especially if you believe in God, of course you're going to win. Of course you're going to win. But you have to go through the stuff. Also, do you want the story of, I had a dream, I started the next day, and the next day I was good, man? Who's that going to inspire?
Ask me in a few months, because right now I do.
No.
Right now I do want that, because I'm like, man.
Nah.
There's nothing that frustrates me more.
That's not your story.
There's nothing that frustrates me more than feeling like, the struggle part of the movie
Yeah, it sucks.
is going on for long. I'm like, no, come on.
And you know what? That's what you think. Somebody from the outside, ne? How one on the shop? Since like it's like it's too quick.
No,
or,
simply because
you know?
rona ba bangwe re godisitswe in such a way ya gore you don't wear
Yes.
everything
And you shouldn't.
that you're going through. That is for a select few people in your life. You know what I mean? So only the people who are close to me, like you,
Yeah.
will know, like, yo,
When you.
hey,
When
man.
you. And that's why
I don't know how she's standing, but I'm proud that she's standing.
that's why we should be there.
But that's what I'm saying to you. It's like, yeah, I actually do want that simple part of the movie now.
Yeah.
Where it's like, had a dream, woke up, manifested, love it for me.
Nah, that's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. That sucks. I don't even want to watch a movie like that. You know what I mean? I need to see the human experience. We chose this as souls. We were somewhere in the soul world, and we chose this. We chose to experience this thing. So let's experience it. And this is what we chose. You know what I mean? We chose this. Whether we like it or not, our souls chose it. You say, no, I didn't ask my parents to be. No. Your parents are just human beings, vessels. You as a soul, you chose this thing in the
ethers.
ether somewhere where souls chill and have a blast. You know what I mean? Where they don't feel anything. But this is what we must do. And life is just about these types of stories, man. Whether the history has told us before, or this is the story that you want to be part of. This is the one.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's all gonna be over. And you know what? It's gonna be so much worth it because of
My problem is I'm an extremist. Don't tell me to. I will get my boy. I will cut
it's either black or white. Huh?
quick. No. And you know what? It's not always either black or white. And it's simply because I live in the gray.
So
Life
you
is gray.
need.
I live in the gray.
I hear you. That's.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people that are like me and like-minded like me, we live
Yeah, actually.
in the gray.
Nah, that's.
So every now and then, you need a little bit of white.
I hear you. Ish,
Do you know what I'm
actually, I
saying?
hear you, eh?
I know, Antalachai.
No, ish, I hear you.
Exactly. So sometimes when
God
it is
damn.
black or white, it's a little bit relieving because we
It is.
constantly live in
In the gray.
the gray. Ansar. Back to Shine O'Clock. Guys, you know, if I could rap. Ooh! All these metaphors that I got in here.
They were gonna say copying the baddies. They were gonna say, where are the baddies? I'm
So
telling
back
you.
to Shine O'Clock. I'm not going to pull on that thread.
No, but for real.
Trying to trigger me.
I'm just saying.
So we get into the cool. Nah. Bro, I think I've told you this so many times. You are easily one of the coolest people that I know. I remember we were somewhere doing something else that we're not going to talk about here because it happened then.
Yeah.
But we were in a production space.
Yeah.
Remember that? We were in a production space. And I remember watching something and you were on it and I was like, Jay, you look like you always just stepped out of the shower. Why are you so clean?
I remember that.
And you were like, what the
I remember
hell?
that. I remember.
So you are cool. You look cool all the time. You smell cool. You move cool. You talk cool. But then you're just cool as a person. So what does it take, according to Jody, to be cool? What are the 5 commandments of cool?
5 is a lot. It's actually 1.
I cut it down from 10. I was like, "Rekiska Mustafa."
just be yourself, man. You know, that's the thing, because, and that's why I love going with this thing of cool.
Right.
Because to a simple-minded person, or Mutalebelandila on surface level, they would say, oh, so you must be a certain way to be cool. No. It's actually just be yourself, because there's only probably one version of how you are in that place you're in. So why would you try and, use another template of some other guys that probably copied some other guys?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just be yourself, man. If you're a weirdo, but in a good way, of course, sharp. You're a bit weird. If you're like a nerd, you're a nerd, bro. You know how cool it is for somebody to say something and they're so proud of it and they're
Yeah.
well versed in it?
Yeah.
That is cool to me. So, for example, an IT guy can be cool, very cool, because they know what they're talking about. They believe in what they're talking about. They have passion for what they're talking about. And they just being themselves unapologetically, like, yo, this is how I am.
Yeah.
I do things like this. When this happens, this is how I react. You know what I mean? Nobody should be copying copies, man.
True.
You know, we need a bit of originality. Remember when you had 10 favorite rappers and they were all different? Remember that time?
Yes, I do.
Now you got 10 rappers that sound the same with the same flow, with the same antics, the same little nonchalantness,
Same
whatever the
aesthetic as
hell they
well,
call it,
yeah.
or whatever, you know? So what is that? There's no color anymore. So it is important for people to be cool, and cool is just simply being yourself. That's it.
What would you say is the coolest thing about being you?
Me
Being you. Not you, being you.
being me, yo.
Yeah. You thought you knew.
The coolest thing about being me is that I can actually break the fourth wall and see the script. Yeah, of this
get that?
entire thing. Yeah, of this entire
get
thing.
that?
I was like, wait a minute.
You also talk about the fourth wall on one of the joints towards the end. Tell you which one now. Because I was like, this one thinks he's smart.
I can break the
It's
fourth
on
wall of
days.
this thing. Yes.
It's on days with A-Reece.
Yes, I can break the fourth wall of this thing. Because it's all just acting, bruh. As soon as you step out the house, as soon as you step out of your comfortable zone where you can be fully yourself, as soon as you step away from people you can be fully yourself with, you are acting. You're acting. That's why they say, act right. This is not how you act.
This is true.
Book of Acts also in the Bible is telling you about how to act in a way. Like it's telling you behave in a certain way. So it's a stage. It's just a big stage, this thing. And so you must act correct, but be yourself in that.
Ooh, Jay, this album is long.
It's long. It's long.
And it's layered.
I'll make sure I get through it.
It's long and it's like, no, I need to make sure I get through
Okay.
it. I know you'll get through it. Okay, so what I wanted to know is when it comes to your features, how do you go about deciding who you want to work with, period, and then who fits best on what? And it's very interesting because I also know that you have this synesthesia that you got going on.
Yeah.
So it has to make sense in a lot of different ways. So how do you go about it?
I think what maybe most people forget is that I'm a producer as well, as in like, you know, I used to make beats. So I have a certain knowledge of production. And when you have a certain knowledge of production, you also become a producer in the sense that you can hear who fits where,
Right.
right? So I do that as well. I'm able to listen to an instrumental and I'll sit with it and I'll hear myself first, of course. But sometimes there's certain instrumentals that jump at me and I hear a certain artist that I probably know, or maybe, and some artists maybe I would never work with, but I hear them. I'm like, oh, this would be a dope beat for, you know? So I have that as well. So that's how I can choose. I can always hear. And sometimes it's not about going to their sound and saying, yeah, they should do this because this. Sometimes you kind of like hear what maybe they should also explore.
Got you.
You know, it'd be like, I wonder what would happen if they jumped on this because I think they got it in them to fit in this pocket or whatever, you know? So yeah, that's how I know. It's the production that always tells me. Like I can hear it and I hear their tones or their style or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, this would work this way. And if I already like the artist's art, it's even better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then it becomes easy. It becomes so easy. And then I reach out, man. And if I get a green light, then it's always a blessing. But yeah, that's how I do it.
And then what happens if you hear a beat and you're like, oh, Azizzar would sound so great on this, right?
Yeah.
Then you reach out to Azizzar and for whatever reason, it doesn't materialize. Maybe scheduling, maybe the deadline is not met when you need it to be met, whatever it is. How do you then detach from the initial vision and then still keep it moving without that particular artist? Do you roll in the standby or do you just carry it through on your own?
That's a dope question as well because it's different ways. Sometimes it's you know what? Initially, anyway, this song is about me or is for me. I want to do this song, so I'll continue. But sometimes, like, man, this sucks because I really hear that person, and I really would love to hear how they would have interpreted this beat, you know. and how they would have went with my concept but usually I provide a concept. I even put my verse there. I don't do that thing where I put the chorus and I'm like, yeah, you do your verse first so that you don't kill me. Nah, I send you the verse. I send you the chorus. I send you everything so that you understand. Because to me, it's about the song.
Yeah.
And it's something like I keep saying in all the interviews now. I feel like I'm Jamie Foxx saying the same stuff in every interview. But it's Java actually is the guy that made me look at music that way as well. It's about, he used to say it's about the demo, but that's what it is, the song. No egos, no nothing. What is the song? You know what I mean? Are we doing it right?
Yes.
So yeah, but if it doesn't work out, I try to move on by myself. I'll probably make the song shorter, or I'll just throw in another verse. Or sometimes there's always like a contingency plan. Like there'll be someone else as well. Because some artists are able to just fit in so many, on so many sounds and stuff. So there'll be another person I'll try that. It's just different ways.
Yeah.
But yeah, I explore all avenues.
Okay, I want us to talk about the simulation.
Yeah. Eh.
Also
Every
because
morning.
also because
Here we go.
Red and Blue, you've got 25K
Yeah.
on there. Also the music video for Red and Blue.
Yeah.
Give me your interpretation of it all in correlation to this game.
Okay.
The one that we can share with the people.
So I just want to understand the question first. So you want to know
about the simulation, according to you, and how it works.
It's as the one of the greatest movies of all time, The Matrix. You can be a red pillar and you know what's going on, but you still gotta plug in and go do what you have to do with the blue pillars. You have to. So that's like going to work, going to school, and acting right. Remember when we talked about acting right?
Acting right, yes.
Exactly. So you gotta look a certain way. You notice how when they're in the Matrix, they are all shaded up and they clean, but they're in the red pill is jerseys that have, mimbo. You know what I mean? Hwanyewa, hujua, oats every day. It's real. So to me, that shows also life, that there's a lot of blue pilling going on, right? But if eventually, you got to face the real, the desert of the real is there. It's waiting for you. Whenever you're ready, it's going to happen. You're going to be unplugged and you're going to see it. You're going to vomit like Keanu Reeves there because he didn't believe, but it's happening. You know what I mean? But that's how I see the simulation, that you just have to, play the game of life, and it's not to say be pretentious.
Right.
It's just to say understand what's going on. Be aware, read rooms, read people, and understand, and also place yourself correctly so that you're able to just move with peace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I mean by that. I'm not saying go out and go fake or go schmooze or go ing. Yeah, sometimes you might need to schmooze.
I was about to say.
Yeah, sometimes you might need to schmooze.
The way
but yeah, the way things are set
up.
up. Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's, you see, the blue pilling. You must make sure you black, and you get in there with a lot of blue pills. And so that's what it is. That's how I take it. But me, I'm taking both because why not? And at the same time, maybe that's the balance. Maybe that's where it's at.
Yeah.
Taking both of them and saying, I see the entire picture, because you have one picture when you are blue pilling,
right,
and you have one picture when you're red pilling, because sometimes when you're too much in the red pilling now, you might get lost as well. It doesn't mean you're righteous because you're in the red pill. On top, you must be able to balance. So I think my entire existence is about chasing a proper balance, I think. I just discovered this now here. Yeah, but I think that's what's going on.
But do you see what I was saying to you earlier on about living in the gray?
I hear you.
That's the gray. Yo, I should rap. God, give me the talent. I get you too.
That's good.
No.
I like that. That's good. Yes.
I'm one of those people where I would want
Yeah.
to be able to say from beginning to end, this is me, just because of how much I respect and I'm in so much awe of what you guys can do.
That's
It
so
is
dope.
absolutely
Yeah.
incredible. And I remember somebody years ago, because people see me like rapping word to word to songs, they're like, oh, you should rap. And I said, no, you think I should rap simply because I am just reciting the work that someone has already done.
And with a certain conviction, because you understand it.
I understand it, but also I said to them, I was like, you know, Jay has done the work here.
Yeah.
The work is all his.
Yeah.
I just have a good memory.
Yeah.
But if you had to give me the beat,
Yeah, it's a different story. It's a different beast. Yeah.
it's not gonna go well.
That's why we must respect
at all.
You know what people do, man. Because once you're in there, you see what it's not jokes.
Right. And
real.
you know, it doesn't take away from anybody else who can
Yeah, no, of course.
be written for, you know. And that's also another thing, because it does take something to be able to take something that somebody's given you and deliver it in a particular way. I don't think I'd be good at that.
I hear you.
You know what I mean?
I hear you.
I need to have a certain kind of emotional, spiritual, personal attachment for me to be at my optimum.
Absolutely.
That's why every time I'm like, oh, I wish I could rap, I'm really saying, God, hear my cry. I need him to say, okay, you can do this thing. But also, I shouldn't be a rapper.
That is high quality self-awareness. That's like the platinum package of
I got the platinum
self-awareness.
package.
Of self-awareness. And that's good, because it that way people can specialize. Wabo. We're forced to do slash. I understand. You must be many things, wear many hats, but we have to learn to specialize. So we can just create space for other things to happen, for other people to do things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I also couldn't be a rapper because I have a lot of slashes already.
Do
you know what I mean?
I
do a lot of different things as it is. So I feel like it would be selfish of me to want to have all the slashes.
Yeah.
I think I have enough variation.
And you gotta master one, man.
You know what I mean?
Master one thing that that is you. Like whatever that thing is, you have to be that thing fully, and the other 100%. Things will be supplementary.
Also, I can't interview myself as a rapper. You know what I mean?
It would be very weird.
So, Azizzar,
I mean, you could do it and put it on TikTok, and they'd be like, "Oh, a TikTok thing," you know?
Yeah, it's not really my spiel yet. Okay, so we're moving through. There's Red and Blue, there's Vamonos, there's Ole, and I feel like you can. Oh no, and the Cool. You can kind of group the feel, the vibe. Ghostwriting, we're outside on those joints. We're outside on those joints. And then, so it gets very interesting for me here. We get to previously on Shine O'Clock.
Yeah.
And it was very interesting for me because not only does it change thematically thereafter, but it was very interesting that you didn't open the album with previously on anything. Which is normally the case even with like an episode of something. It's last time on Isidingo. Then it's next time on. You did it the other way, and I wanted to know why.
I've always loved movies that do that, where a movie starts and maybe it's just a black screen, and maybe you hear some sounds or whatever, and it's like maybe a heavy breathing, and you can hear somebody's in distress or something.
Yes.
And then it opens up, and it's just somebody on the phone, and they're already sweating, and you're like, what's going on? And they're like, yo, it happened again, man. And you're like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Right? It starts where it's peaking, where trouble is about to happen. And then they say 2 months earlier, type thing. I like those movies. Because it's like, yo, we need to get to that part. Because you got me. Now I need to know, why is this man sweating like this? Why is he on the phone and he's, who's he talking to? What's going on? What is he running from? I'm stuck. Because now I have to find out. So I think that's always like a dope tool to use to keep people engaged. So yeah, this one kind of like, I did this. Yeah, I did this. You know what I mean?
So wait, with that knowledge now, is it fair then to think that what comes after previously on Shine O'Clock is almost like the difficulty, the hardships, the pain, the not so nice parts, and then that's how we get to the cool and all of it. Ah.
Or that's what that character that I created with the jean jacket things is supposed to happen. Like
Right.
because there's something that I put at the end of my destiny, right? Where it's taken from a movie called Soul. Jamie
Okay.
Foxx, I think Angela
Yes.
Bassett is in there as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's Angela Bassett's voice that's I might
Talking about the water and the ocean.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So it's a coming of age thing, but at the same time, it's like it's like when you chase, it's what I said as well earlier. When you get what you want, what do you want? Or is it, because sometimes, for us to wake up and have something to chase, we exaggerate it. We exaggerate the results, right? So that you can wake up and chase it all the time, right? So in this movie, that's what happens. This guy wants to play with Aziz, as because he's a piano player. So he's been chasing all his life since he was a young man, probably like, I need to play with the best.
Right.
And when I'm there, I'm not going to mess up that opportunity. I'm going to kill it, He does everything right. Gets to the point where, yes, Aziz is saying, come play. You're like, oh, snap, this is it. This is it. This is it. This is where I blow up. Oh, my God, right? And then you play. And then you get in the zone and you kill it. And after you kill it, it's done, right? And then everybody says, good show.
Depths.
Then they leave. And then you step outside, you're like, but okay, do I transform? Is there something that's going to happen?
I don't feel.
Let me check my account. Does
I
the
don't
1
feel
million get it
different.
now? Does it clear now? Or
Still
Illuminati,
the same skin.
Illuminati, you calling me? Who I got to get rid of? You know what I mean? No. It's just, you got to continue. Because you get to that thing, it's like a destination for you. You've made a destination, right? But that's not a destination. It's still part of a certain journey. You're just marking a chapter into a new one. So when he's done, that's why he goes outside. He's like, I thought I'd feel something. I thought something would happen. And then that's when the Angela Bassett character says, I know a story about a young fish who went to this older fish and said, I'm looking for the ocean, right? And then the older fish says, yo, you're there right now. And then the young fish says, no, this is water. What I want is the ocean. So you see, it's that fantastical thing, that thing that you put in your brain of, if I keep shooting like this, I'm going to be the biggest filmmaker one day. And then when I get there, things are going to switch up. I'm going to be this guy. I'm going to be at the Cannes Festival. My nigga. No, bro.
But I think it also...
Somebody's going to holler at you, be like, yo, you are missing my deadline. And you're like, yo, I thought it was going to be fresh when I get here.
Yeah. But I also think it's, for me also, when I heard it speaks to being able to recognize when you are there.
Yes.
Because sometimes, and it's something that I always say to anybody who's close to me, is you need to take a moment to pause and realize where you are right now. Because at some point you were wishing to be here. But now, because you're here, you're already chasing the next thing. Just take a moment to be here. Take a moment to recognize that.
Zooming out.
Yeah, take a moment to recognize that, like, you're here. You wanted this so badly.
Yeah.
Don't not honor it.
Yeah.
Because now you want more. And I'm not saying don't want more.
Yeah.
You can want more.
What does that do now? It forces you to get into a state of gratitude, which is extremely important as well. And this is also the magic element that I've been using for my life as well. I even do it with my daughter, like, before, right now I'm like, yo, it's time for you to just go to sleep by yourself, right? But before, we just switch, me and my wife. She'd probably take her to sleep. I have to be in there, and she has her own thing. I have my own thing. My thing is, when to help her fall asleep, what are you grateful for? And she'll say all these little tiny things, but that's the magic. She will say, I'm grateful for, us, like as her parents, her sister, her friends, grandmothers, aunties, all these things, and for small things like my Roblox or whatever.
The chappy that I ate today.
Yeah. And you see something there, because those things, you're getting them without struggle. Those are the blessings from the source, from God, you know what I mean? And that's why you need to be grateful to earn or to get more out of life, to be honest, because you are able to see. And when you see all these things, now that you have seen them, you get more because you've acknowledged them. So when you don't acknowledge them, you are always in a state of lack. And you think, not enough, not enough. So those things can't multiply because you don't see them.
Yeah.
Everything is a living thing to me. So even these things, you must acknowledge them. And when you do, a magical thing happens and you get more. You don't even ask for it. You don't even struggle for it for some reason. So yeah, it's that too. That is very important, to be grateful, to get to a point and you say, and that's why, let's go back to shine. It could be worse. It could be very worse.
True.
It could be very, very bad. But look at you, not so bad, So yeah, it's just gratitude, timing, placement, identity. Yeah, those are the things that are running around in that album.
No, trust me, I know.
Yeah.
So, and I love this, and I spoke to you about it before the first time I heard it, and I was like, bro, I was driving and I heard this thing when I listened to the album the first time, and I was like, that is such a vivid picture for how Press Zero. For how Press Zero.
Yo, man.
For how Press Zero.
Yeah. I like that you picked that up.
I almost like wrapped my car around something because I was like,
yeah, I like that you picked that up, yo.
Genius.
Because I had to cut it. I actually cut it. It's a real voicemail thing, actually. It's a real person. I know it wasn't recorded, or I just literally just recorded the actual the actual voicemail. And yeah, it's a real person, And so, but that thing of repeating for Help Prison, I was saying something with that too, and I'm glad you picked it up.
Because it's the only thing that was repeated. Because it had the standard prompts of to repeat this message, to delete this message, and then there's a pause.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says,
for help.
Mm-hmm. Press 0.
Nobody's coming for you. Nobody's coming for you, yeah. Nobody's coming to rescue you. And then maybe that's a pessimistic view, but it's a real one. Yes, people will be there, but to get out of something, you actually have to pull yourself out of it. And that's what I was talking about earlier with also facing yourself, because it's not nice, because you're going to see also your shortcomings.
No, I'm not.
Why I'm not? Because like I said, everybody's view is their steering view, right? You don't want to be the other thing in your movie until they show you that the script. No. This is how he wrote you, actually. You're actually, a piece of crap. This is what you do all the time.
Me?
You're like, no.
Like Soldier was like, drag? Yeah. You sitting here, me?
Me? Yeah, you can't. You.
And then, because God of the universe move like that, you get another example and it's in your face.
Yeah.
Until you finally go,
yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Not me, but
me.
Oh, you mean?
Yep. So I didn't need psychedelics to see myself. I needed a little dose of depression, I needed just an enough dose of depression to see myself. I gotta work on that. I like this that? Though. It was tough. Because in my world, I'm dope. I'm cool. What's going on?
Your pops, your papa.
Yeah, everything.
Man in the crib.
The
friend, the bro, you're that guy.
I get sharp. I get sharp. And who sharp or I get sharp. Yeah, I get sharp. Yeah, I'll sharp with you. And it's okay. So that realization and that awareness, too. So because that's how you can now evolve into the best version of you, because there's nothing same thing like as if you were making art. Yes, man, dope. Not everything is dope. Mm-hmm. So then as I see myself as a song, or an album, it's like this one is not the one, bro. Yeah, more flattenyana, bro. I think by is that's corny, my G. We don't need to change that. You know what I mean? So it's hard to take that, right? But when you do take that, you elevate.
And I love it because even on going through something, you say, I know myself better. You can never teach me.
Do you know what's happening there? I just want to see how Vela tapped in you are. Do you know what's happening on that first verse?
I know there's a shift between the first and the second.
Yeah. There's a big shift. But do you know what's happening on the first verse? And it's okay if you don't.
I don't. I don't think I do. Wait, I'm looking at it.
It's cool. Just go through it a little bit. But there's something going on there. I'll give you time. I'll give you time.
No, because I have the holistic view in my brain now.
I mean, listen to the performance of the first verse. It kind of has like 2 tones.
No, tell me then. You need to tell me.
It's a conversation.
Ah.
It's a conversation. And it's with Ketlare, as two estranged friends, okay. Whatever. Okay.
Different name already.
So not even different name. Let's say Kekale, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe it seems like you got it together.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like I'm, you know, or I'm trying to like get it together, but it's not really curling, you know?
Oh, I see.
And then, but that's why it was like, you know, yo, Joe. You know, how we use an actual question that sometimes we just ask on the fly and then much more on the surface level, you know? And that's why sometimes like, nah. And you do that a lot. Like, how are you?
Yeah, because I care.
Yes. So that's what's happening in that first verse.
Yeah.
It's the Dintan, Joe Sharpujo. And about the other, on the other end, it's like, yo, my nigga, I feel like you're checking if I'm progressing in life or what you want to know. Kesharpujo. You know, it's like very defensive. It's very,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Because
Yes.
that's the pressures of life where you must look a certain way or you must be doing certain things to look like you're progressing or succeeding at life or whatever. But that person was not coming from that type of thing. It was, Ejo o Sharpujo. O Sharp.
Yeah.
You know? So people are going through stuff, but they have to put that mask on. They have to act a certain way. They have to get into the blue pilling. You know what I mean? And wear the
Yeah.
leather jackets and the shades and duck bullets. You know what I mean?
Like
But that's just,
leather.
yes. But that's just what it is that first verse is actually like a conversation type of thing.
I
You know who
pick
likes
that
that
up.
song?
I like it. Who likes that song?
Blackie actually likes that song. I think,
Really?
yeah, I think he texted me or something, but yeah, he commented on when I dropped the album, he commented on going through something, which I didn't think, you know, it would be a song he would actually comment on. But
Got
he,
you.
yeah, but he's like, yo, that, yeah, you know what I mean? So shout out, yeah.
I want to
shout
ask
out
you something
Blackie
else
out
about
there.
going through. Mara, khona le engwe ke tlo botsa between you and I.
Okay. Okay.
No, there's a voice I hear, and I'm wondering if it's the voice I think it is or not.
Yeah.
The female voice.
Oh, going through something. That's my wife.
I knew it. I thought it was.
Yes.
No, it took me a couple of listens.
Yeah.
And when I was listening again this morning, I was
Yeah.
like,
I know this voice.
Lava Karen.
She has such a
Karen.
distinctive voice.
And I was
actually.
like,
yeah.
I think I played the
A
song
distinct voice,
5 times
course,
just for
yeah.
that part. And I was like, no,
Yeah,
Lava
it's
Karen.
her. It's her.
Lava Karen.
I've done this quite a couple of times, even on DJ Clean's Too Viral.
Yeah?
Yeah, the intro, there's a part moving it like it's like a song, but it has 3 parts.
Yes.
The last part, there's this part goes, hey,
Yeah.
whatever. It's like a little chanty thing.
Yeah.
I actually have my wife and my daughter on that. Yeah, so because I don't. Sometimes I need like female voices, yeah, and I like female energy. You know.
Next,
Exactly. Yeah. So sometimes I do that,
Fast.
and they don't want to do it. I don't know. They don't want to do it, but I have to force them because I have.
I was quite proud of
things in
myself
my
because I was like, oh my
No,
God.
you picked it up.
I've been listening to this.
Yeah.
But also, I think it took so much longer for me to pick it up because now I speak to her regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? So I hear her voice regularly. Whereas somebody who doesn't wouldn't think.
Yeah, no.
Hore.
Yeah, it's just. Yeah.
Layers. I'm a layer.
Yeah.
But with your explanation, then it also then makes the second verse makes so much more sense.
Mm-hmm.
We say it's like our minds and our spirits are in a cage fight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. It. I mean, like I said, sometimes it's like I'm such a pessimistic guy, but I'm not. I'm just looking at that's my view sometimes, you know, and that's okay, I guess. But yeah, like I feel like everybody's just battling themselves, man. You know?
Yes.
And there's this balance that I'm talking about that we're trying to find, I guess, all of us. And it's not easy.
But I think that's also the power of you. Because I remember there was a there was a Cool and Black where we didn't go home after 10. I think I got home at like 1:30.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And we went up and we were chilling, and it was me, it was you, P. Carter was there,
Yeah.
Les was there.
Yeah.
I forget, maybe there were 2 other people at the table.
Steven was there. I remember.
Axa Hopola, Big Knee. There was a lot going on.
Yeah, it was a lot going on.
But I remember saying to you that you don't realize that one of your superpowers is being able to see people and the way you see people. And for a long time, I thought, and then P. Carter was like, she's right. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm not crazy. There's a way that you see people. There's a way that you make people feel. But also there's a way that you see the world. Because even in, going through something for the world, you touch on so many different walks of life.
Yeah.
That are not necessarily your walk of life.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be about me.
But not everybody can do that.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really special.
Thank you.
This thing that you've got.
Thank you.
So don't think that it's coming from a place of pessimism always. It's coming from a place of being attuned and human and connected and understanding that you're a cog in a bigger machine.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So that's what makes you an incredible artist.
Yeah, this is, yeah, we back. We're so back. We're so back right now. This is how it's done, dog.
Really?
We're back. Yeah, we're back.
Okay.
Now I feel like dropping another one just to come and explain that. But yeah, 2026, let's see.
What lot of class? Okay, 2026.
Yeah, no, I have to.
Okay. I'm trying to see where I want to go. I'm trying to see where
I'm
I
here.
want to go.
I'm here.
No, because I want to see if I want to stay in a particular place.
Yeah, no, I'm
or
here.
Or if I want to move.
Just follow your gut feeling.
I caught the tell lie vision.
Oh, clean. That is fire. Thank you.
I caught it.
Yes. That is fire.
Expand on that.
It's exactly that, It's also...
But it can also seem counterintuitive coming from you simply because of how much you love film, TV, movies. So
duality.
Expand.
You remember when I was saying? There's it's a... Sometimes I feel like my right brain is fighting with my left brain,
The cage fight.
It's the cage fight, bruh. I'll make an example quick. I always use this example. Now it's like the movie Paul. Have you seen it? No. It's like an alien, like the Matindani, as Credo Muta would say. For those that know Credo Muta, it's a gray alien with a big head, small body, big eyes. Yes. So in this movie, I'm gonna go through it quick. In this movie, 2 guys that are just super nerds. I don't even think they nerds. They just geeks at this point or whatever. Né? They are at Area 52 just checking it out. Like, yo, all the alien stuff that we see in comics or TV or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the alien pops up, right? And then one of the guys passes out. Like, he sees the alien and he passes out, right? When he wakes up, the alien talks and he tells him, my G, why are you acting like that? Your government has put me on your lunchbox, your t-shirt, your TV. They've been showing you that I exist for a long time. Literally, I'm the one most popular design of an alien. You see me now, you pass out like that. Nigga, they've been showing you. You've been prepared. If you do see me in real time, don't freak out. We kind of showed you. Right? So that's just how also life is. For example, the first time you saw a video call, when do you think was that? Was the time when the video call thing was happening? When they were introducing, they saying, when was the first time?
I don't remember, but I saw it somewhere before I saw it.
Yeah. Before it really happened, you saw it somewhere.
Yeah.
I do remember. It was Total Recall, the movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah. And there was like on the wall, there was like a screen and then it was audio visual. They were talking to each other.
Differently than all of us.
So it was there. It was there. They showed you the first video call there. They're like, yo, we're going to do this. But just so you don't freak out. So this is what we're gonna do in the next couple of years.
Oh my God, what a great innovation!
Yeah, so it's called predictive programming. It's like they predicted this. The Total Recall predicted video calls. No, No. It's just it's there. There's people that probably have knowledge of this thing, and it's like, yo, let's train the mind, because if we introduce something to you like that too abruptly, you might reject it. So we need to prepare your mind, type thing. So yeah,
That is wild.
it's really crazy.
Okay. I'm gonna leave Stay Up.
Mm-hmm.
I love it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna leave it.
Okay.
I wanna go to Soul Ties and Love is Pain,
Okay.
because I feel like they're the same coin, just different size.
I hear you.
Because I feel like on Soul Ties, Memata, we love you.
Yeah.
Shout out.
For real.
You speak about love, finding a soulmate, and the beauty of it, the nice. You know, it's nice. It's beautiful. It's soft. It's the butterflies. It's the warmth. And then you go to Love is Pain, and someone might listen to Soul Ties and think that, and see the track Love is Pain afterwards and think that you are almost trying to cancel out what you just said.
Yeah.
And that's not the case. Because when you listen to Love is Pain, I feel like you explore different types of love
Yes.
and how they can be painful. It's not necessarily a rebuttal of Soul Ties. Okay, it's the first thing. So on Love is Pain, you know, I want to ask, there's a line where I was like,
Let's go.
I was
Let's
like,
go.
ew.
Let's go. Yeah.
When you say blindfolded, you know, Love is Pain. That can have a lot of depth, or it can be very surface and be BDSM kind of vibes. Okay.
Yeah.
I hope it's not BDSM, because I was like, ew.
No. I did look at that line. I'm like, hold on now, right? But I know that I wasn't going for that. In fact, I
I had such a good chuckle.
Yeah, because I'm my biggest critic for sure. Like before Buzz come out, I'm like, this is garbage. And I have to rewrite or I have to re-record, because mostly I don't even have time to type. I just record that thing and I listen to it multiple times and I just don't feel good. But sometimes I'm like, I will figure it out. I don't want to spoon feed as well.
Right.
You know, because I still think music should do that, you know?
Yes.
That's why you should sit with an album for as long as you can, because it will keep unraveling and revealing itself to you in different ways.
I agree with
So when I listen to people's albums, even the people that I work with, you know, I listen until, well, sometimes I might leave it for a couple of months, but I'll come back and I'll be like, hey, hold on now. I hear the song different.
I agree with
because
you
music
100%.
does that. But yeah, even with bars, it does that. But with that one, I was not going for that. I was just saying it was that
Couldn't
thing
help
of
myself.
It was that thing of Love is Blind, you know?
I couldn't help myself. I knew that's not what you were saying.
Yeah. But
But I wanted to
I always hear, I always listen to my boss like, yo, yeah, guy did they. And if you know? So but I look at all angles, and even, you know, essentially I will choose what I think works.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So Love is Pain is also really beautiful, because you speak about, you know, how like love of country, and sometimes it's not always that sweet. You speak about love of God in the idea of love thy neighbor, but
yeah,
sometimes I don't really bang with my neighbor.
Yeah. Why should I? You know,
loving a hater. I don't
why
really,
should I do that? Yeah.
I don't really bang with that, but you know, as somebody who moves in a particular way and whose soul is structured in a particular way, you kind of need to, and again, it's what you've been saying the whole time, find balance.
Yes.
Balance of being just a human, but also balance of the higher self. Because the higher self can love thy neighbor.
Yeah.
Azizzar right here.
But me, I'm here. Me, I'm of the
my
flesh.
neighbor can eat it.
I don't like that cat. I don't like that guy, whatever.
And he's
you know what I
moving
mean?
funny.
Yeah. But luckily, I you know, I'm blessed to have proper neighbors, you know, for real. And you know, and this I'm gonna say it now also. You remember I said it on the other thing that we were working on? Yeah. So shout out Bruce Vuma out there. It's my neighbor, you know what I'm saying? Just the young flex to say what's up, you know, to the people. Yeah. Bruce, my neighbor. What's up, neighbor? See you when I knock off over here, my G. Understand? Cause if I laugh, nigga.
Why was it important to have them so close together and to have a switch like that?
Yeah, because that's what life is that thing we were talking about is the gray area, the black white,
Yes.
light dark, up down, left right.
Yeah.
I always want to, if it's happening on the left, it must happen on the right or whatever, I just, it's my obsession with the balance thing. So because of that song, I had to balance it and say, yeah, let's go here or whatever. And actually shout out to Reese as well, like for helping me, because I had an idea, but with also putting the songs where they need to be, because you can hear something, but sometimes you know. So it was that also, but I already had my plan to say this is exactly how it's gonna go. So it was just
I
the young
get
shift
you.
of this on this and this
Fresh
on this.
eyes will help.
Yeah, just so you can
And it's a
confirm what you
dope
were
thing.
thinking. Also,
Yeah, it's a dope thing. Just
So
that
yeah, shout out to you
fresh
for that.
eyes that are not too emotionally attached,
Yeah.
but understand the vision.
Yeah,
To be like, you, ish up.
yeah. So that's
How could I
exactly
follow?
that's exactly what it is. Actually, Aziz, it's love in the romantic sense, but also love universally. Like, what is it? What do we make of that? Because it's the weirdest element ever. Weirdest and the strongest, but it's so hard to give
Can't
or
explain
so hard.
it.
So love is crazy. So that's why I'm questioning love. Like, meantime, what is this thing about? You know what I mean? And why should I use this here and here? And you know what I mean? Yeah, I guess that's where my mind was at that time. I know
Yeah.
it's a weird place to be, but it's I was there at that time.
Okay, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Mm. Yeah. But not in the so that one, okay, let me get into it. That one also, it's not that surface, like yeah, but it is that, but at the same time, I was really smoked up. And because I was so smoked up, when I smoke that's fire, it means I had burning questions.
Yeah.
And that's why after every maybe bar or so, I say scaife. The scaife thing is another train of thought. That's why it's not linear. I touch on this subject matter, I touch on that, I go there, I'm going everywhere. But that scaife is it's just like if we were sitting here, I'm like, yo, you think aliens exist?
And you know
what I mean?
what?
Or whatever.
It's so crazy because I can believe that.
Yeah.
So just to show you, I don't show nobody my notes, but oh, by the way, these are my handwritten. It's not like
You have
typed,
a
right?
very nice handwriting. It's
Shush.
it's like a
What
you were
what,
very good at school.
what I write there?
Conspiracy theorist? Question mark?
Question mark?
Yeah.
Just because of all the. I was like, where are we going? What are we doing? Wait, wait.
I have a bar on Sunset Stories where I say, they call them conspiracies, but I think it's clues. I say that because when I look back to when I bumped into the Arrivals, I don't know who would know this, but it's this thing that was on the internet on YouTube at that time, and they were the ones that actually were like exposing the industry at that time, showing us the, triangular signs and
Yes.
whatever. They say, yeah, this is these guys are are devil worshippers or whatever, at that time and whatever. And it really spooked me. But fast forward, I look to now, and some of those conspiracies have kind of come true in some way, Not, of course, in that exaggerated manner that I was seeing it, but some things are happening, and you're like, oh my goodness, I knew about this when I was checking out that conspiracy stuff. This is
Like the
really
Mandela
close to that.
effect.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. The conspiracy thing or title put on a human being is supposed to veil and make them scared of being a conspiracy theorist, because you know what the biggest fear is of normal people? Going insane.
True.
Or being crazy or being the crazy person. So that's a little thing of saying, so that you are back into
the box.
normal thinking,
the program.
and box thinking.
So
yes.
that you're acting
Blue pill.
right.
Yes,
So that
act
you're acting
right.
right. I'm with you. I'm listening. I'm here.
So that's what it is. That's what it is. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I am. And I guess maybe that's just my mind because I'm a skeptic, man. I just don't take things as they are. I want to know. I want to know what the roots of that thing is.
You like to understand.
I like to understand
Yeah.
and to be understood.
You don't take things at face value. And I've noticed, even just in conversation,
Yeah.
you're like me, you'll ask a lot of questions to make sure that you understand, is this what you're trying to say?
Yes.
And then once you get, okay, this is what she's trying to say, then you go,
yeah.
There's another way that you can look at this. Are you open to
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
And I'm like, I'm pretty set on this one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty set on this one.
I envy people that are actually surface level thinkers, man. It's such a safe place to be.
It is.
You know, you don't go too far. You just think what you're thinking here, and that's it. This is this, that is that, and it's fine. I really envy that. I wish I could just take my brain back to that, but I can't. Yeah, you know, I'm here now.
I get you.
Yeah.
We're about to wrap Shine O'Clock.
All right.
We're gonna wrap Shine O'Clock. I'm gonna ask you another question, and then we're gonna get into something else that ties into something that you were trying to say at the beginning.
Okay.
And you're gonna hate me, but you're gonna love me.
Okay.
For this something.
Haters never.
No, you're not gonna hate me like for real hate. You're gonna hate me like,
what you doing, man?
Why?
Yeah, okay.
Really?
You don't know that.
And that's why I kept it for the end.
I've matured.
You have not matured since the last time I saw you.
Yeah.
Not in this particular
Not in this particular.
It'll make sense. Not in this particular day.
All right.
Okay. On days, and you brought it up earlier on. Talk to me about the fourth wall for you.
It's that thing that we were talking about earlier of just being aware, zooming out. This zooming out thing, actually picked it up from Pharrell. He said it and it stuck with me so much. He said sometimes you just gotta zoom out, you know, because sometimes you're too close to the picture. So when you're seeing it, it's very blurry.
Yes.
And that's where also in real life lines are blurred. You know what I mean? But if you zoom out, you start seeing the details of the entire picture. You're like, oh snap, this is what this is.
Our parents have it right. How about it?
Yeah, so we gotta respect our parents, bruh. That's why they do that. That's why because you see it proper.
Wait.
Because when it's here, you're too close. You're too close. That's why even in detective stories, they say you're too close. Detective, I'm taking you off the case. You're like, God damn. Because you're too close. You can't see everything proper. Mm-hmm. So a person that's coming in with a logical mind, they're able to see everything. So I guess that's what I mean when I say break the fourth wall. Because sometimes you can be in your own bubble, in your own little reality that you've created with your friends or with your partner or with your business associates or whatever, with your fellow artists. You create a bubble for yourself and you are going to be in there and you're going to think the rules apply to you in a certain way because you're in that thing with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you zoom out, you see, actually, and I need to see, and I need to see the full picture. So when you have the details of the entire picture, you know how to act. You know how to move. You have enough data and information.
You make better decisions.
Of course.
You make better decisions.
That's what I mean.
On 2 a.m. again, I just want to ask you one thing from there.
Yeah.
Talk to me about navigating imposter syndrome. And it's taken from, sometimes I feel like I'm not worth the throne again. So talk to me about navigating that.
I've been seeing things on YouTube. I really spend a lot of time on YouTube. But I usually when I'm on YouTube, I just watch UFC fights. Movie stuff.
Such a big thinker.
Yeah, but because I just want to. Yeah, it's my type of escapism, I guess. I watch. Yeah, it's my TikTok. Yeah, I watch Corridor Crew when they talk about VFX. Watch film stuff. I watch, just reaction to music or whatever of music that I like or whatever. But I bumped into something where it kind of like explains, but I didn't pay attention to it too much. But it kind of explains stuff like that of imposter syndrome, why maybe one first time, and it apparently it stems from like even childhood things. Wabo. And that kind of got me into thinking, well, what happened then?
Mm-hmm.
Because also another thing, psychologically, what happens when you're a child, if a certain thing happens to you, you kind of and actually Les corrected me. He said you don't delete it, you suppress it. Your brain does whatever it can to suppress the
It
memory.
protects you in that way.
Yes. So I'm trying to think, how many things did I suppress, for me to be this way? Where I also have this thing where I have to see people. I have to make them feel acknowledged and seen. And what is that? Why do I do that? And so what is the roots of all these things? Why do I have this imposter syndrome? Why do I feel like I have to cut myself in half to make others feel whole? Why do I do that? You know what I mean? And so, yeah, it's a tough thing. It's a tough thing because you
theory for
know, yes, yeah, because you know you're supposed to be a certain way,
Yeah.
but you cut it in half because you think it's offensive
Mm-hmm.
to be that way and say certain things the way you want to say them. You know what I mean?
So my
And
theory is
so-
not even my theory. I came across a video just yesterday.
Yeah.
And it speaks so much about these questions that you're asking yourself where imposter syndrome is concerned. And I think it's what I'm going to tell you is going to plant the seed for you to get the answers that you might be looking for. I just don't remember because it's one of those. I was on Instagram, I wasn't on YouTube, and I was just scrolling. It might have been this morning because I've been up since like 2 a.m.
Oh man.
And I was going through reels, and my algorithm is geared towards like psych stuff, beauty stuff, hip hop
Yeah.
stuff. So this video came up, and this lady was talking about like triggers, and she said something along the lines of, when you are triggered, your reaction to that trigger is indicative of when you were small and that trigger was first created. So when you're reacting to that trigger, you're reacting as the 7-year-old self where that trigger was first created.
Oh snap.
So if you want to know sometimes why you reacting to certain things, just try think back on think about how you sound. Do you sound like your 35-year-old self reacting to this thing? Or do you feel like you sound like your 16-year-old self when you're reacting to this thing? And if you feel like you sound like your 16-year-old self, chances
That's where
are
it happened.
the trigger was created when you were 16. And then you can figure out what it was.
So interesting. So
Right?
interesting.
It blew my mind because I was like, what? So, and then I started thinking about like different relationships with people that I've had, and how they responded in particular things and how I responded in particular things. And I'm like, actually, that makes a lot of sense because, sometimes even if you have a disagreement with your brother or your sister or your friend or whoever, sometimes when they're responding back to you, you feel like, why are you talking like that? That's not you.
Yeah.
Chances are maybe it's the 15-year-old them.
Yeah.
Because something you've said triggered the root trigger.
That's interesting.
I thought that thing was so fly. I wish I had like taken down the
That's
handle.
very interesting.
But I was
and
like, wow.
it kind of actually makes sense. I'm thinking about it now, and it actually kind of makes sense.
So it's something to think about.
I'm gonna, cause actually, if the odd bug didn't bite me, I'm so interested in psychology.
Yeah, I was gonna be a psychologist. The problem is,
Yeah.
I struggle, and it's so funny because you said this to me earlier. I struggle with detachment.
Yeah.
So when I made the decision to study journalism and not psych, because when I went to Vasi, I was like, I'm gonna go sign up for this like psych thing.
Yeah.
And I remember I got home and I said to my mom, yeah, I signed up for journalism. She's like, you left an hour ago.
What's going on?
But I realized that I'm the kind of person where if I'm a psychologist or a psychiatrist and you are my patient or my client, I am going to be thinking about you when I leave you and worrying.
You're going to carry it, yeah.
What is Jay doing? Is he okay? Did he make it home fine? Oh my God, is he? That's, you can't have the kind of personality that I have and want to go in there. I have too much empathy.
I was about to say.
It's too much.
I bumped into something as well that said people that are empaths actually have a lot of healing to do. You are that because of something. It's not, especially
Probably.
if you're, yeah. I was like, what the hell?
I carry like
I know what you mean.
So I was
know
like,
what you mean.
I could never switch off because you have to switch off as a professional counselor or psychologist or therapist. You have to be able to say, oh, my hour with Jay is up.
It's
Okay,
done, yeah.
roll in Azizzar and
Goddamn.
put you in the back of my
But
mind.
you're gonna go into that world
I
of that
can't do that.
person,
I'm
and
gonna
you're
be
gonna
like,
see everything. Yeah.
did he put a contact number?
Man. Yeah, I feel you.
So I'm not
feel you.
suited, even
Yeah.
though I listen well and I want to help and all the stuff, but my own
I hear
mental health and my own
you. Would be a
sanity,
stake.
I'd need like 5
Oh my
psychologists
gosh,
to
yeah.
do my job
I
as
hear
a
you.
psychologist.
I think maybe that's why even I didn't pursue it. Maybe the spirit was like, nope, you're not gonna survive this.
No, you would. You're not as bad as me,
Really?
but we're in the same classroom.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting
you
at
know
the
what?
front.
But you know what? Yeah,
And
you're
you're
right.
at
I was
the
probably gonna
back.
fight myself, be like, we have to stop this
Yes.
and do our job properly. Yeah, I get you. That's interesting. But that thing you said with the
nugget.
interesting.
It's
yeah.
serious,
Yeah,
right?
it's serious.
You're gonna
I'm
think
gonna
about
actually
it.
look into that. Yeah, even more. Thank you for sharing that.
You are very
Yeah.
welcome. Okay, Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Why close with Destiny?
Because of going back to the concept of the album of having that thing that we're chasing a thing or whatever, and then you get to it and you realize it's just the beginning of something else.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no destination. That's why I think I even say it in there. The destination is the journey itself. It's just chapters. It's just you have to get to a certain point, and that point you figured it out. Just like a game. A game has levels, and then if it's like, oh, boss, then you have to
Yeah.
fight that boss. So life as well. There's a boss that you have to fight. You have to get to, and some people are stuck maybe more, level 2 or level 3 or whatever. And it's not to say they failed or no, it's just their journey. That's just how it is. But yeah, the Destiny song is that. It's just me also acknowledge there is actually no destination. I do think as me as Poloho, I do think there's a thing that I do this and I get to this destination and everything will be fine, right? But in reality, or when I break the fourth wall, it becomes nah, bro. You're just gonna get to that thing, then you're gonna want another thing. You know yourself. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's yeah, and shout out to Java. I actually went to him. I was with TK. I think I was with Reese as well, and we went to Ruff's place for this verse for this and yeah, we got him smoked up. he got too high.
Ooh, Lona.
He almost didn't record. It was like, hey, let's what's
chica.
going on? No, le para, no.
Antenna.
He was not having it. He's like, yo, this is not. I'm not gonna record like this. But he went to the studio eventually, and he did that flow. He said those things because I had to explain also. I had to because he's from that school of what's happening.
What
We're
we
not just
doing
getting
here?
into we're not just getting into the studio and
City vibes.
I see the vibes.
The vibes.
Yeah, it's vibes. It's really high vibes. It's high vibrational, but
it's not vibes.
it's not vibes. Yeah, it's vibes. So he asked me, "Ore, what are we saying here?" And I told him, "Yo, man, it's the journey thing. It's me doing this thing on my own. Finding my own way." And tarara, and when you listen to his lyrics, he says that. He says, "Yo, I know you would, push mountains for me, but I have to do this on my own. Then I can build my own things and whatever,
It also sounds like I don't want to say culmination because it never ends, but almost the last part of grief. If you look at the 5 stages of grief, one would say maybe it's the acceptance, but it's just that last part of just letting go.
Yeah.
Detaching.
Yes.
Finding yourself outside of what we were speaking about earlier on. A lot of the times people ask you, who are you? Your natural instinct starts with family. I'm someone's daughter. I'm someone's this. I'm someone's that. I'm a son. I'm a this. But there is that time where you kind of need to detach and see yourself.
Yeah.
Outside of all of that.
Yes.
And it's hard.
Yeah.
But it's necessary.
Very. And that's it. That's the answer. And that's why, the Destiny song exists because it is that. I took so long to even record my parts because I felt that I had to do a little bit of living, a little bit of thinking, a little bit of experiencing this and that. You know, there was more loss. You know, it was all that, and I obviously I can't put that all into a song, but there's parts that I touch on where it kind of speaks on that. But yeah, it was that. You've explained it actually quite well, better than me.
Ain't no way.
Because no, better than me because sometimes it's like it's the weirdest thing. I struggle to, explain or whatever, but in my mind, I think maybe it's fine.
In your mind,
But
it makes sense. Now?
yeah, it makes sense, but I don't know if when I'm saying it, does it make sense?
It's the water thing.
Yeah, so it's just bruh.
Because it happens to me.
But
too.
yeah,
where things are like, it's like no matter how
yeah, pick this one.
But then
one
when
will
it
be
goes
more
like this,
simple.
then you're like,
yeah.
Is that how it sounded in here?
Yeah, and then
Does that make sense to you?
You know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna drive out of here. I'm gonna be like,
I should have. It's the water thing. That never can say. That never can say. You'll send me a voice note.
It happens to me all the time. Yeah,
Please.
like I take notes of my days.
Send us voice notes to the crew. Tell them to do a picture and then underlay my voice note.
It's just But also, I'm fighting that the perfectionist little curse. I'm going now. I'm going. I don't do that. Yeah, so
it's not easy.
It's not easy, but I'm just going now. I look at something like this is not right. Nah, let's go.
Isn't it crazy?
Yeah,
we're on the same kind of journey because I'm just moving and I'm like, oh, sisla.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, you have to go. You have to jump. You have to jump. You have to jump, and maybe you might form wings as you're plummeting down or whatever.
I can plummet.
No, that's why you're gonna grow wings because you jumped and you're gonna discover.
I also think I'm gonna land on a cloud.
Ain't no goddamn clouds.
Just like
ain't no clouds, and also those clouds scientifically they're not even strong enough.
Don't pop my bubble. Don't pop my bubble. Don't pop my bubble.
To hold
We've
any
had such
type
a good
of human
day.
weight.
Don't pop my bubble.
So you're just gonna go through, and you must figure it out. Either you're gonna fall, or you're gonna hang onto a tree, or you must unlock. And she's beginning to believe, and then you will,
Fine, I'll sprout the wings. It's cool.
But yeah, I think that's China clock, man. China clock is just the human mind or my mind. Let me just not make it general. It's my mind. It's my thoughts. It's my goals. It's my dreams. It's turning some dreams into goals, or some dreams are just dreams. It's just it's the human experience, man.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's like I'm saying I have. I'm just saying I'm trying to figure this simulation out, and how to play it, and how to play it to win,
Right,
and winning on my own terms and
that's another thing.
My way.
The terms of the game,
as
well, or the terms of the simulation.
Yeah.
You speak about jumping. What are we jumping into in 2026?
In 2026,
with such a layered shine o'clock.
Yeah.
Where the hell are you taking us on the next one? Where we going now? Because I feel like we've gone everywhere.
You know what? You're my system. I already have the title for the next album. Gollywood.
Oh, then I know where we're going.
Yeah. It's just my observation.
I know where we're
I'm an observer. I'm just observing, but also it touches on other things. But yeah, Gollywood. Next year, Gollywood, dog. Right. That is a shout out to Pro Kid. The first time I heard that was Pro Kid, and it never left my mind. Yeah. So Gollywood. I'm like, oh snap, hey, Pro Kid, bro, goddamn, rest in peace. But yeah, that's why I found it, and I think it's just my observation. It might feel like a continuation of the Shana Club, but I don't think it is. I think it's just my mind going somewhere else. But some things might feel like it's continuation. We'll see. But yeah, it's just my observation of how to survive a concrete jungle.
I like that.
Yeah.
I can't
pretty
wait
much.
to hear that.
I can't wait for you guys to hear it. I think I'm making some of the best music of my life. But obviously in the first 2 quarters, the Cool Blak album, You know, I'm gonna say it here because
Finally.
yeah. Because you know what? It's
Because
that
I've
thing.
been
Already.
harassing
Yeah.
you
And just so I answer the
guys in
question,
inappropriate
yeah, I don't
spaces
want to be too.
also.
Yeah, I don't want to be too mysterious about it. Definitely, as you can see, we're working on something. So the Cool and Black, and with Manu as well, the People Are Burning, Confused Admiration, Yota Parka. So those things are gonna go out, and that's gonna be like the last run of my collaborative stuff, and then
Nice.
it's back to just me
You.
and me doing me. But I needed that break. I needed to do this because also I come from a duo group situation, so
Right.
it's much easier for me to do that.
Yeah.
I work faster that way, and when I do my stuff also I can work fast, but just so much into it.
It's the emotional
Yeah,
attachment.
yeah, so it drains me. So Channel Clock drained me.
Yeah, that's why you had to let it
So
breathe.
I needed to get back to default settings, Yana, of the collaborative guy, and do that. But next year, yeah, from the other half of the
That
year,
other, yeah.
yeah, it's me. And then going forward it's me. I'm
like
fighting again. So yeah.
Okay, so with
And yeah, more
everything,
things, products, and also film, TV,
merchandise,
yes,
merchandise.
everything.
I'm programming also
Everything.
merchandise,
Yeah, music.
merchandise,
Music is just a
merchandise.
cool card to be able to do the business that I actually want to do.
Oh,
Yeah, because it just gets you in a certain room because you're a certain person, and you're able to say, hey, I actually want to get into this business, and you're treated a certain way
right.
or whatever. But
Yeah.
it's the cool card just to get into those things that I always wanted to do business wise.
Okay. So with everything that we've spoken about, and also it's just become a thing here at the Element.
Yeah.
What is your one wish for hip hop?
My one wish for hip hop. Wow. It's for it to be colorful again. Yeah, it's for it to be colorful again. Like I said earlier, I used to have like 10 favorite rappers, but right now it has become such a culty thing. Like it's like one person at a time or whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, for it to be colorful again, for it to not be aged so quickly, we should let our rappers grow inside of rap and express themselves as 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds. You know, other genres don't age their favorite artists. So why do we do it? There's so much we can offer as we grow. So for it to be more colorful, have different characters, and for it to not be aged so quickly. So it can just be there forever. And the people that grow in it can express themselves in that growth. That's it.
I love that.
Yeah.
So normally this is where I'm like, thanks for coming. So great. Bye. Catch us, like, subscribe. I mean, do all those great things. But there's something that you started to say at the beginning, and I was like, we'll get to that later. There's something that I've been saying to you for at least a year. I'm like, there's something that I want to do. Just wait. And you're like, okay.
Yeah.
But so one of the last times I got to sit with you and interview you was very close to the end of the radio show.
Yes.
And like off air, we were just chilling and talking. And I was like, oh my God, it's coming to an end. And you're like, I can't believe it. But you were like, it doesn't have to end.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I know. Do the pod.
Yeah.
But because there were a few people before you who had planted that seed. But it was after that conversation with you that I really, really considered it. And I took it a little bit more seriously. So your seed is the one that took root.
Amen.
And I think it's this thing that we were talking about, just like the kindred, the understanding. And I think also just, I think ever since I've met you, there's never been a day where I've doubted your intent for me, my career, and what it is that I want to do. I've never worried and been like, is it really about me like that? Or is he doing that weird thing that we do here where it's like, yeah, you dope, but then it's not really like that. You know what I mean? And I remember laughing when you were talking about it, because you were like, do this thing in longer formats. If you need me to be the first, I'll pull up.
Yeah.
And then you made me laugh and you were like, And Oscar Lobala Blompot. Do you remember?
Yeah, aesthetics, man.
And I was like,
Aesthetics, you know, it's
Blompot,
serious.
that's so much. You're like, I'm
Yeah,
serious.
It's serious, this thing.
So
Yeah.
I bought a Blompot. Okay, it's a plastic one. Okay, I bought a Blompot. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I've had this since before we shot the first episode.
Oh, snap, yeah.
And initially, what I was gonna do is, it was just gonna be there.
Yeah.
I was gonna name it.
Yeah.
And it was gonna be this weird Blompot
Okay.
with a name.
Yes.
That was gonna be visible.
Forms
And
part
people
of
were
the
gonna be
show.
like, what?
Yeah, what is that?
And I was gonna call it PJ the pot plant.
Ah.
After you.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's not a real one because
Mhm.
it's not supposed to die.
Yes.
And if it was a real one, it would die because I don't have green fingers.
Okay. So good choice. Logical
Um,
choice.
It's
Yeah.
also symbolic
Yeah.
of you
Man.
and your impact
Okay.
in people,
Yeah.
in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you ever find yourself on the bench, feeling unworthy, your impact is like this plastic blompot. It's not gonna die.
It's gonna live forever.
Might get a little bit of dust on
yeah,
it.
Yeah. We just
You know, but that's
Take that
something we
off,
can do
yeah.
something about. It's not gonna die. So you're gonna name this pot plant. And it's gonna be on this set. And wherever the element is, this blompot is gonna be there. And you're gonna name it. You can name it whatever you want. And
can I send you the name on WhatsApp or something?
come on with the creativity. You got it. You can do this.
I named the whole album Shine O'Clock, dog. That's such a whack ass name. I'm horrible at naming things. Hey, shh.
Go with your gut. Go with your gut. Take a deep breath and go with your gut.
A plant named Water.
Plant.
Yes. Yes. Water.
You're gonna call this plant water?
Yes.
Okay.
And you know what that means.
This is water.
Yes.
So we have a new prop on.
And
here.
you know what's the funny thing about it? It'll never need water.
It'll never need water. So to solidify that you named it, you're gonna write its name here.
Actually.
And then I'm gonna laminate it or something, and then its name is gonna be sticking out, and then you'll always be a part of this show because you were a key part to making this second wind of life of the element happen.
Wow, this is dope. This is dope. But
There we
yes,
go.
this is the full name actually. A plant named Water.
Like a Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah, like a Tribe Called Quest actually. Yeah, because water is life, and water can take any shape, form, or whatever, as Bruce Lee used to say. You know, I could go on, but yeah, water is a plant named Water is. So I want people to say it.
Okay.
All of it.
Okay, so
That's the entire name.
I'm gonna have this like laminated.
Yeah.
Put like a stick on it or something
Yes,
so that it can
and it's a
stick
plant
out like
named
this or
Water.
something.
Yeah.
Or like stick it on here or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just my way
Thank
of
you. This is so
honoring
This
you.
is so dope.
and saying thank you. Thank you for
Yeah.
planting the seed that took root.
Thank
A lot of people planted seeds, but
Thank you.
I think it's the way that you planted them.
Yeah, this is
That made
it's
it
pulled a couple of heartstrings out there.
So I left it for the end.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming. And I'm glad that I could, contribute to this like that, because I do believe in you. And I think this is also that part where it's just the start of another thing. I can't wait for your 2026, your 27 and 8, because I know you want more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, I know. So you'll get it, but this is this part.
Yeah.
You conquer this, you are worthy to be on the next. And I'm trying to also get into the next, so I have to conquer this.
Yeah.
Well, we never say we don't want problems. We just want the new batch.
This is true.
of
Different
problems.
kinds.
Yeah, like, oh my. So you're telling me the jet fuel is not available right now?
Can you believe we can't go right now because we don't have the jet fuel? Oh
that's
my God.
that's the type of problems I want, But yeah, thank you. This means a lot to me. I take things like this very seriously, and yeah,
I appreciate
and I'm
you.
happy for you. We're so back. We're back.
Thank you. Last words, and then I'm gonna close it.
Okay.
Anything that you want us to know, anything that you want us to take, and then we out of here.
Man, I could say a lot. I could do shameless plug or whatever.
You can.
But I have.
You home here.
Yeah, I have. I think I've plugged everything. I think at this point it's just, let's figure the simulation out, guys. But let's try to also chase that balance. And I think that's what this thing is all about, I think it's about just finding a balance. And hopefully we find it.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I know it's been a long time coming, and you've been patient.
Very patient.
Thank you.
Very patient.
But it had to happen like this.
Yeah.
I know it had to happen like this. All right, that's been The Element today with Jody Le Parla thing one time.
Yeah.
Make sure that you like, subscribe, share, follow, and just show us love because we do this all for the love of hip hop. Until
That's
the next
right.
one, we out.
Yeah!